Hi, my name is Zach Canner, and I am one of the founding members of East Coast Orphans. Well, let's see. I don't even know where to start. I am originally from Jacksonville, Florida. I was kind of raised in the theater. I went to college at Drew University in New Jersey.
What kind of theater did you do growing up?
It was all kinds. I was doing musicals, I was doing Greek tragedies, I was doing Shakespeare, and just everything I could. And then at a certain point in my last year of college, I went to Italy and I studied Commedia dell'arte and masks and basically being a clown and making fart sounds.
When did you move out to LA?
I've been out here for about 4 years now, and I met a lot of the East Coast Orphans. Actually, I auditioned for them. I auditioned for Ryan had a web series, and I auditioned for that. And then I got cast, and then I just didn't leave. I just kept hanging out with them.
So what is East Coast Orphans?
East Coast Orphans is this magical collective of like-minded filmmakers with their own distinct sensibilities that have all come together and just want to make good movies that we can all be proud of. They've been my best friends since I've been out here, and just realized like 6 months ago, we've got all these talented people in one spot. Let's just do stuff together. That's what we want to do anyway. We just want to hang out and make movies. Let's do that.
What would you say your role is in East Coast Orphans?
At the outset, it was just like, here's what I can do. I'm an actor, and I will try writing. Now I'm an actor / writer because I have written things. I love learning about the other side of the camera. I love learning about scripts, supervising, how to operate the camera. So just hopefully that's my role, is as I learn more, being able to just be a role player wherever I'm needed. For Nightcap, I did a couple things. For Nightcap, I wrote it. I was the first AC, and I also edited it.
What was your role on Puppy Love?
I wrote Puppy Love. I also script supervised Puppy Love. The fact that I wrote it in some kind of demented fugue state, let's just excuse that and not press any charges.
What was your role on #TableManners?
#TableManners I wrote, and then I acted in it too. I applied a generous amount of lipstick to a cell phone, and the rest I blacked out. I just blacked out. I filmed more scenes, but I blacked out. I don't know what happened.
What was your role on Our Brother Justin?
That experience was a little bit different than other ECO stuff I've done before, mostly because Ryan, who wrote and directed it, and also was the cinematographer on it, he just decided to try some new stuff with the camera. So we had all of these long shots with him roaming around and then getting us from different angles. It was really, really fun because Ariel and I, or Blake and I, or the three of us would just rehearse these scenes at length, and it was like we're rehearsing a play, so that when Ryan shoots it, we just go through a really long scene, and it's like doing a scene of a play. It's really cool.
Tell me about Drunken Intervention.
I liked the chemistry of me and Lucas and Jackie on that. I thought it was a really good comic trio, the three of us there. I think Drunken Intervention is probably my favorite thing that I've acted in. It's just a fun role.
You do some impressions. You've done
Yeah,
Daniel Day-Lewis, for example.
I do Daniel Day-Lewis.
If you have a milkshake, and I have a milkshake, and I have a straw, there it is, there's the straw. My straw reaches across the room and lands in your milkshake. I drink your milkshake. I drink it up.
By the way, I should mention that it was when I saw There Will Be Blood that I decided I need to make movies. When I saw There Will Be Blood, it was a combination of how Paul Thomas Anderson directs, how he leaves shots going so they can breathe, and they're these big, broad expanses of shots, and they're all so beautiful. That in conjunction with Daniel Day-Lewis, which that was the first time I'd really sat up and took notice of Daniel Day-Lewis. He's my biggest acting inspiration. Whenever I see him perform, it's always a new level of, oh, this is possible.
What's your greatest fear?
So my greatest fear is being skinned alive, and then but like starting with the arm and then the leg, so I'm kept alive as long as possible, and then I pass out, but then I wake back up and I'm like, I'm still being skinned, and then I die. That's my but my second greatest fear is regret.
What does East Coast Orphans mean to you?
To me, East Coast Orphans it means to me just a place where we can come together, unafraid to share our ideas, have them heard, and then just proceed with ourselves in charge, just making what we think is good work. It's just with that particular stew of people, it winds up being an aesthetic that is totally unique to this one group. That's why I think that we're valid as a filmmaking collective, is because we have a specific voice, and sometimes it's weird, sometimes it's profound. That's what I love. You know, the main goal that I have for myself and for all of us really is that this really becomes our work. A large chunk of my day is spent at my day job, and as appreciative as I am for that, yeah, it's not what I want to be doing. So,
What do you want to be doing?
maybe doing this,
What's
living. Well, this is acting, this is filmmaking, primarily acting, which I am doing, but just bump it up to full time. I'm not gonna hide from the fact that it's like, yeah, man, being an actor, like that is why I'm standing on this earth and as long. And until I get skinned from arm to leg and then pass out and then wake up again, realize I'm being skinned, and then die in a bloody pulp, that's why I'm here.